The Rise of the King. In the peaceful community of Maple Heights, perfection was law. Every hedge trimmed, every mailbox gleaming, every smile rehearsed. At its center ruled Harold Pierce, self-proclaimed protector of order, president of the HOA, and judge of all things suburban. His word was iron, his fines legendary. A single brown patch of grass could cost a week's pay. Neighbors whispered his name like a curse, yet bowed when he passed. Power changed him, feeding on fear and submission. But in one small house at the end of the cul-de-sac, someone had begun to question his throne. The rebellion was still silent, but not for long. The first defiance. Ethan Ward was an ordinary man, quiet, polite, invisible, until the day he painted his fence blue. It wasn't bright nor offensive, just different. The king saw it as blasphemy. A warning letter arrived first, then fines, then public humiliation in the HOA newsletter. But Ethan did not repaint. Each sunrise, the blue fence gleamed brighter, a silent challenge to Harold's empire of sameness. Neighbors watched, afraid but inspired. For the first time, someone stood against the king's decree. The air in Maple Heights shifted. Rebellion had found its color. The war of paper and pride. Harold struck back, not with soldiers, but with paperwork. Violations, lawsuits, citations, weapons of bureaucracy. Ethan's mailbox overflowed with threats wrapped in legal jargon. Yet each fine paid was another seed of defiance sown among the people. Families began questioning the endless rules. Old friends whispered of unfair power, of lives ruined by perfection's illusion. Harold tightened his grip, calling emergency meetings, summoning his loyal enforcers. But cracks had begun to form in his kingdom. Small, silent fractures spreading beneath manicured lawns. And through those cracks, truth was beginning to bloom. The rebellion of neighbors. The spark became fire. One morning, Harold awoke to see unapproved paint colors across the neighborhood. Reds, greens, yellows, blues. Mailboxes mismatched. Lawns wild and alive. The streets of Maple Heights no longer obeyed him. The HOA office was flooded with resignation letters. His trusted board turned their backs, and his enforcers walked away. Yet Harold refused surrender. He patrolled the streets alone, clipboard trembling, muttering laws no one listened to. The king still ruled in his mind, even as his kingdom burned in color. The fall of the king. The final blow came quietly. A petition circulated, signed by every homeowner. A vote to remove Harold Pierce as president. On the day of reckoning, he stood before the crowd, his throne reduced to a folding chair. No one cheered, no one shouted. The silence was louder than judgment. The motion passed. Harold's rule ended not with war, but with the weight of indifference. The papers he once wielded like swords fell from his hands, scattering like dry leaves across the street. The king had fallen, not defeated, but forgotten. The new dawn of Maple Heights. In the months that followed, Maple Heights changed. Gardens grew wild, laughter replaced reports, and the blue fence stood untouched, a monument to quiet courage. Ethan never sought praise. He simply lived as before, his victory measured in peace. Harold moved away, leaving only the echo of his rules behind. The community he once controlled had learned that harmony was never born from fear. It thrived in freedom. And so, in the heart of the suburbs, the age of the HOA king ended, and the age of the people began.